Religion says, I obey, therefore I am accepted. Christianity says, I am accepted, therefore I obey. Yeah, big difference between religion and a relationship with Christ. People mistakenly call Christianity a religion, especially people that like to come after us. They're like, don't you shove your religion down my throat or anything like that. Or force religion on me. And you know what I always say? I'm like, well, good thing Christianity isn't a religion, but a relationship with Jesus. And no, I'm not forcing anything. I am just telling people about it, about him as a faithful servant. People get that so twisted, and I'm sure many other brothers and sisters on here have dealt with the exact same thing. But what religion says, it's like, I obey, therefore I am accepted. I obey, therefore I'm accepted. I have my good works get me into heaven. My life revolves around these good works. God is pleased with them alone, but in the fact of the matter, I can act however I want, act like the biggest hypocrite in the world. I can go home and do all these bad things, bad sinful things. I could do whatever I want because my good works get me into heaven. And they're some of the biggest hypocrites out there. That is what the Pharisees followed in the Bible. They followed largely religion. And that's why Jesus repeatedly called them hypocrites, because they were. They thought they were accepted by God because of their good works. And there's still many people that think that very thing. They're accepted by God because of their good works. But then on the flip side of that, Christianity says, I'm accepted. Christ has accepted us. When we accept him and surrender to him, he accepts us in. And therefore, I obey. We obey, we have obedience to him as a result of that. We're so grateful that he saved us. We're so glad to be Christian, so glad to be his children and his followers. We obey. As a result, if the Lord has truly, if you've truly allowed the Lord to change your heart. Now, I get it. None of us walk in perfectness. We all stumble. But here's the thing. A truly blood-bought, born-again believer will want to better themselves and will become disgusted with their sin. So that's the difference, guys, between religion and a relationship with Christ. Y'all have a great and blessed day. I love you.